All right, so this is a quick video on manually classifying um, points in CloudCompare. So we've got just a sample point cloud that's already been classified. A lot of the LiDAR data that you might download and work with already has a classification, but sometimes you will need to clean this up. Sometimes it will misclassify points. This one actually looks pretty good. But the same technique here is going to apply to everything. So the first step to doing this is essentially sectioning out the piece that you want to change the classification on. So you can be very iterative about this, which is very nice. So basically, I use the pause button here to add pieces or remove pieces. So I'm going to section this out, and so you can kind of bounce back and forth between the tool, which will let you kind of take different multiple perspectives on it and grab things that you want and so on. So let's suppose just for a second here that I wanted to classify change the classification here just on this very top part of the tree. So I'm gonna section that in here, and I'm gonna hit the check mark, and so now I've got 2 point clouds, the original, and then the one that the one that I've sectioned out here. So I'm just going to zoom in on this, and right now I've got the classification on here. And if we go back and turn this on here, you can see that we've got basically two classifications that we're working with here. We've got this one, which is 2, which is ground, and then a classification of 1, which is essentially in this case unclassified. So I might want to classify this as like high vegetation. I might want to go through and apply some more advanced techniques and take some of these smaller ones and apply them as, let's say, medium vegetation. But in this case, let's just take what we have here. I'm going to zoom back in on the piece that I had, and I'm going to make this a little bit larger here so we can see what's going on. Oops. There we go. So changing the point size we'll just make it 3, a little bit larger to see. Okay, so so right now, if we take a look at this, this has a value of. Sorry, I'm going to change back to our classification field. So right now, these have a classification of 1. So I'm just going to change these to something else. And the way that you would do this is going back in here, and you're going to use tools that are in the scalar fields. We're going to do arithmetic on these. So I'm going to take the classification, and I'm going to set this to a constant value. Now, the operation here, it would be nice if there were just sort of an equals here. Because I've got a classification of 1, I could actually just multiply this and set it to whatever I want. But if this were a classification of 2, let's say, then maybe it would be annoying to do the math. And so what you can do instead is you can multiply this by a constant value of 0, and we'll update this field directly. And then you can go back in and do a scalar field and do some more arithmetic here. And this time, instead of multiplying, we're going to add a constant value of whatever we wanted. And let's just say, again, we're going to update this to let's say 7. And we're going to update this directly. So what we've now done is essentially reclassified the top of this tree as a number 7. And if we go back in and merge our clouds back together, we'll zoom back out here, you can see that now we've changed the classification here. So we've got a lot of twos, which is ground. We've got some of our original trees, which are one, but then our new top of our tree is a classification of 7. And then remember that nothing is saved to the original files. So if you want to exit this back out again, or you want to save this back out again, we need to go to save and then re-export our data as class file. Okay, that's it. Thank you.